Hello, everyone. Welcome to Workforce Wednesdays. Welcome to Workforce Wednesdays. We have yet another fantastic presenter to present to you this evening. We're excited to have Mr. Vincent James with us. He is the manager of recruitment and classification at the East Bay Municipal Utility District, otherwise known as East Bay MUD. With a staff of 14, the Recruitment and Classification Division in Human Resources is responsible for filling vacancies and all classification activities at the district. Previously, Mr. James was the Chief HR Administrator for Alameda County Social Service Agency and the Deputy Director of Operations for the Health and Human Services Agency in Napa County. Mr. James has a bachelor's degree in political science from the University of California at Berkeley and a master's in public policy from the University of Southern California. In addition, he has completed coursework for a doctorate in political science from the University of Southern California. Mr. James has one daughter who will graduate this June from UC Santa Cruz with a degree in microbiology. That's quite impressive. One of his favorite quotes is, "I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." Maya Angelou. Beautiful quote and a very impressive bio, and we are privileged that you would share some time with us and our participants this evening to sort of plant some seeds for our youth and career paths that might be available through East Bay MUD, or just plant some seeds for curiosities, for gateways for occupations that they may not know at this time. So without further ado, Mr. James, we'll turn it over to you for your presentation.
Well, thank you so much, Yvonne. My name is Vincent James. I am the manager of recruitment and classification here at East Bay MUD, and I have a short presentation for everyone. I'm going to share my screen right now. Okay, hopefully everyone can see that. Oh, hang on for a quick second. I'm going to share my other screen if you can hang on. Okay, let's try this one more time. Okay. Can everyone see my presentation?
No.
No, we saw the other one, but not this, what you're sharing at this time.
Not this
so
one. All right.
No.
I will try it again. All right, how about now?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Is that Los Vaqueros?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And here we go. So I created this presentation for you all based on presentations I've done in the past. Here at East Bay MUD, the board of directors has put forward $3 million for diversity and inclusion activities. And so I'm trying to use every dollar of that $3 million to get the word out about East Bay MUD and our opportunities. So as was stated before, my name is Vince James. I have a couple degrees, one from Cal Berkeley with a degree in political science, master's degree in public policy, and coursework for a PhD in political science. Both my master's degree and my coursework in political science is from USC. And one day soon, hopefully the next 2 years, I want to go back and complete my doctorate. So East Bay Mud, what do we do? What's our mission? So East Bay Mud, our goal is to manage the natural resources that the district and with the district is entrusted with. Our focus is to provide reliable, high quality drinking water and wastewater services at a fair and reasonable rates for the people of the East Bay. And so this is our service area. To the north is Pinole, to the south is Oakland. And so we service 1.4 million people with drinking water every day. We have a staff of 2,000 people here at East Bay Mud. The HR staff is approximately 50 people. And my staff, I have a staff of 14. So me and my staff, we handle every vacancy that comes up in the district. East Bay Mud has a variety of career opportunities. So no matter what you're interested in, you could go to our website every Monday and check out our new jobs and see, and there's going to be something of interest for you to apply for. In fact, we have over 400 classifications, running from trades to clerical to technical to administrative. We have quite a few jobs. And what you see on your screen there is from my presentation from February 5th. I didn't have time today to change that, but as you see from that listing of positions, we have a wide variety of positions, and quite frankly, East Bay Mud pays very well. We have it within our salary structure to keep up with inflation. So anytime inflation goes up, our salaries go up. That's a very good thing, because especially nowadays when things are increasing in price every single day. So if you see at the bottom there, it says ebmud.com/jobs. Our new jobs are posted there every Monday. And so please go there, check it out, look at our website. There's a lot of good resources there on our job page. There's a few positions I wanted to call your attention to, just to kind of give you an idea of what type of jobs we have, our variety. The first job I wanted to show you is this one here in front of you, Customer Service Rep 2. It's in our contact center, dealing with our customers, paying bills and things of that nature. And as you see, all that's required is completion of a 12th grade education and 3 years of customer service. And the starting pay for that is $6,455 a month starting out. And you'll get increases after your first, you'll get increases after your first 6 months, and then every year thereafter until you hit the top step. And as I stated before, our salaries keep up with inflation. So that salary will be going up by 3.4% in the next 2 weeks, because that was the cost of inflation in the Bay Area this past year. And so this is this is one of our administrative jobs. We have approximately, I think, close to 100 people working in the call center. And so we have vacancies come up for this position rather frequently. The next job I wanted to call your attention to is the Water Distribution Plumber 1. This is basically, it is a tough job. It's a demanding job. When you're driving in your car and you see people on the street opening up the street, getting in the trenches, changing big water main pipes, that is this classification. water distribution plumber 1. And for this position, all you need is completion of an 8th grade education. You need to be able to lift and carry 90 pounds, be okay with working in a trench. Oftentimes that trench is very wet because they're changing pipes or changing fire hydrants. Oftentimes if there's a water main break, you would have to go off after hours to fix that, but you're paid time and a half. And if it's a holiday, you'd be paid double time. And then what else is needed is a valid California driver's license. For the plumber series, we hire approximately 40 to 50 plumbers a year. This classification is one of our biggest classifications at East Bay Mud. And so we usually have a big recruitment in late fall. We just had our big recruitment here in November, and now we are getting ready to hire close to 50 plumbers coming up this year. And in fact, I think we've hired 8 already in the last few months. Okay. Next, what you see in front of you is the career pathways. At East Bay Mud, we don't just have jobs. We have careers here. So if you come in and apply for our plumber 1 recruitment, you go through the process. The process for the plumber 1 recruitment is, first you need to complete the application. Next, we would have an online test. After the online test, there would be a physical test where you'd have to move a paving breaker and move different boxes around, concrete boxes around. And then next would be a panel interview. For all those things, you can go to our website and see what it entails. We make sure that you have all the tools, all the resources available. This past plumber 1 recruitment, we went out to different community agencies, had an information session where we talked to people. We showed people exactly what was on the written test and what to prepare for. We showed them what was the performance test and what to prepare for. So there's no guesswork. It's not a surprise. We just want people who are willing to do the job and who are capable to do the job. And so you see from here, you start off as a plumber 1, and you can go all the way up from plumber 1 to plumber 2 to plumber 3. To move from a plumber 1 to a plumber 3, you don't need any testing. It's just a matter of being here and learning the job. And as you gain those skills, you would rise up in the ranks from a 1 to a 2 to a 3. After plumber 3, we have plumber 4, foreman, supervisor, assistant superintendent, and then superintendent. And at the superintendent level, you are basically over a whole yard of workers. You would assign them work. I've met quite a few people here who started off as plumber 1 and worked their way up. In fact, just about everyone who's become a superintendent has worked their way up from being a plumber 1. Our top step at superintendent is basically $205,000, I believe. So here at East Bay Mud, we have careers. You come in entry level, you can rise up the ranks in whatever field you have, because like I said, we have 400 different classifications. And so there is a place for you here. So please log on to eastbaymud.com/jobs and check out our website. we're changing it to make it more user friendly. That's happening in the next month or two, because I'm going to make sure that we use every dollar of our $3 million that the board has given us to promote these jobs to everyone in our community. And next, that's it. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and okay.
Wow, Mr. James, this is great opportunities, and like you say, these are careers in for longevity. And as from what I saw, it was just not just, but the minimum requirement was a high school diploma.
You're correct. Many of our jobs just require a high school diploma, and I have started reviewing, and I have a staff member, my senior analyst has started reviewing every job description to see if we need a BA degree.
Mm,
Because for many of these classifications, people just slap on that degree requirement without actually studying the job and seeing if a person needs the degree in order to do
mm-hmm,
good work.
mm-hmm,
And so we're
mm-hmm,
going through, for example, our HR analyst one. Previously, you needed a degree in order to apply. Now we have substitution patterns that you don't need a degree. If you worked in the field, or if you worked like at a staffing agency or something like that, that will
mm-hmm.
qualify you to apply for the position. Any place where I see barriers, I'm doing my best to reduce those barriers to make sure that we have a diverse workforce. So
Wow.
currently we have approximately 55% people of color here at East Bay Mud. Um, and I just think the sky's the limit. We just make sure to get the word out, let people know of our good, excellent benefits, excellent pay. So you got to apply.
Wow, yes, and it just goes to show how important it is to have people like yourself in positions like this to not only change the hiring culture, but for a municipality like this, it really changes the dynamic of the Bay Area and opportunities for work for communities of color. There is a question in the chat. What would you say is your personal favorite part um, of your job?
Good question. Um, I'll tell you a little story. There was a time when I was very young. I remember my dad working full time and my mom working full time, and then they would switch off going to school full time. So they both always had full time jobs. It felt like we were always struggling, but they wanted to better themselves. So they would go to night school. And I remember times when my dad would pick me up from elementary school and he had night class. So I would go to school with him to his university. At the time, it was Cal State Dominguez Hills down in Carson, California, Southern California, where I would sit in the back of the class during my schoolwork while he was there learning to get a degree to better himself, always working hard, struggling to get ahead. And I told myself that one day when I was able to, I would make this world fair, try to make this world as fair as possible. So people who are struggling, people who are motivated, people who work hard day in and day out trying to get ahead, that they will have every opportunity afforded to them to get ahead. And so it pushed me to be a part of this profession, to work in HR, to make sure that I can't change the world, but I can change a little bit of part of the Bay Area to make sure that everyone has equal opportunity to really good, high-paying jobs, not only jobs, really good careers where they can support
Mhm.
their family and support themselves for for a better life.
Absolutely. Um, yes, and there's another comment in the chat. Could we, any of our participants, use you as a reference, or is there an opportunity to say, how were you referred on the application process and to put your name down?
Definitely. On our application, it does ask, I think in a few places, where did you hear about this opportunity? Please
Mm-hmm.
put down, heard it from Urban CUE. Vince James came to speak. That will show my boss and to people in the agency that we're doing good work. And not only that, we need more resources to put towards this to make sure that we continue this great progress.
Right. Thank you. One of the speaking points that you just made about whether or not an opportunity needed a degree or not, but more so the transferable skills that were more that met the requirement for the job. What are some of the other transferable skills that might be needed for some of the entry level job opportunities?
That's a good question. I think one of the most important skills are those soft skills. How do you get along with people? How do you relate to others? How are you able to get your point across, understand other people, and work together? Here at East Bay Mud, we pride ourselves on working together. I didn't go over them in my presentation, but there's 4 values: stewardship, integrity, respect. Oh, I'm drawing a blank of the other one. I'm drawing a blank. But in any case, these are we want to make sure that we have people who have those skills, who have the integrity, who has the respect and respect others and respect themselves. I think more importantly than anything else, you have to believe in yourself. Um, Life is tough enough. You're going to face obstacles. You're going to face challenges, oftentimes every step of the way. The key thing is to not give up. I remember when I was young, my mom had this rule where I couldn't say the C word. I couldn't say can't. And
Mm,
anytime I said can't, she would put me on punishment for something or take away a toy or something and say, Vince, never, ever say that word in your life. And then the flip side of that, she'd always say, never give up. Teamwork. How could I forget
yeah.
teamwork? Teamwork is one of the most important things ever. Together, everyone achieves more. That is teamwork. That is one of the
Mhm.
most valuable skills you can ever have, working well with others. So I learned at an early age, you don't say can't. There are some things you may not be able to do right now, but you keep working towards it, and then you're able to find a way. Um,
Mm,
Another skill I want to say is, and this is just important in life, never take anything personal.
mm,
There are people out there who will, some people take pride in that, being able to push you off your path. Know who you are and stay on your path, regardless of what other people say. Uh, I used to tell myself, this is life can be hard, life can be challenging, but I think of my ancestors and how challenging their lives were. And I would always tell myself, if my ancestors could survive
mhm,
their time, I can thrive in my time. And
mhm,
so I make sure that, okay, something happens, I was not successful, that's okay. I'm going to pick myself back up and keep trying and keep thinking about ways to get to where I want to go and ways I need to go, and taking an honest assessment of myself of what I need to do to get to those places. Ultimately, I I want to create an environment here at East Bay Mud that there is no bias. It's all about the individual. If you want this, we're going to give you the tools and the resources, and then you take that and run with it, and the sky's the limit.
Awesome. One of the founding principles of Q is fostering resilience. So it's always, even if there is a point of a setback or a moment where, you know, things may not go as accordingly, get back up and try again. And that's just a life lesson. So we do value that gem that you just dropped on us about resiliency.
Yep.
And never giving up. It's really important for all of us to hold on to those core values. At this time, are there any comments or questions or curiosities from those on the call that you would like to ask in the chat, or you are welcome to unmute yourself? I think I caught up on everything that was in the chat. I'll give it a second to allow those to type. If there are anything.
The opportunities that you and your company have, and I am going to apply. I'm just grateful that there's opportunities out here. But thank you. Thanks to Urban Excellence also. I appreciate y'all. I really do.
Yeah, we have a recruitment coming up for our utility laborer. It's paid the same as our water distribution plumber 1. And if you get into that position, then you can transfer over to the water distribution plumber 1 and rise up the ranks. Look for that position. I believe it's going to be opened in the next 2 weeks or so, if I remember correctly.
And what participant was this? Because it is also, you know, share your name so he knows who it is if he ever sees your name come across his desk.
Oh, Malik, this Malik talking.
Okay, awesome. Okay.
Thank you, Malik.
Great.
Sir.
Any other questions or comments or inquiries that you would all like to make at this time?
And I'm going to leave my contact information with Yvonne. So
Yes.
if anyone wants to reach out to me, please do so. I'm, in fact,
I'll send you the link in the email.
Yeah, we will email all of the participants follow-up information post after this presentation. For those who were on the call and who weren't on the call,
Thank
we
you.
package it up for them.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, you will all get that. But for those on the call, be sure not to hang up because you have the survey that we'll be presenting at this time. So am I hearing any, there aren't any other questions or comments for Mr. James? Okay, Mr. James, great appreciation for and gratitude for your valuable information that you shared with us this evening. We're all excited, and we're going to share this with our families as well, because we have youth who have parents and family members who are also seeking employment. So this is a great opportunity that we will definitely make referrals to. And be checking ourselves on Mondays to see what's out there so that we can make referrals for people to seek out employment. But more than anything, thank you for your time. And we're very appreciative of you sharing your time with us this evening.
I just want to thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for inviting me. And I just want to let everyone know that there are people out there that want you to succeed and doing everything in their power to give you the opportunities to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
So take advantage of those opportunities and do not give up.
Mm-hmm. And thank you for all that you do, for representing such an entity where I'm sure it's not that easy for you as well, the man of color. So, but
How
thank
much
you
time you
for
got?
what you do. Right, exactly. So we will respect your time. Thank you so much once again, and we will definitely be in touch with you.
All right. Have a good night, everyone.
You too.
Thank